What is up, guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you how we can create this animated circular progress bar, and let's get started immediately by going to a new empty project which I initialized in Expo. So as you can see here, we have the template, and the first thing we should do is open up the terminal to install our dependencies. And for some of you this might be already installed. For me, for some reason it wasn't, so we're going to go ahead and type in sudo yarn add React Native SVG, and that should install the SVG support in React Native. And don't worry about writing this by hand. I'm going to include all the dependencies in the description down below, so you can just copy and paste that into your terminal. Perfect. And as soon as that has downloaded, we can go ahead and add the React Native circular progress indication. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and type in expo start, and I want it to start on my local host and on Android. And perfect, it has loaded our default template, so we can go ahead and close the terminal and get started with the imports. So to get started, we're going to import useState from React, and the next thing we want to import is the circular progress bar from React Native circular progress indicator. So the first thing we're going to do inside here is create a state, so constant followed by a value and set value as the function, which is going to equal a useState set to 0 initially. Next we can go inside our view box and we can get started with creating our first circular progress bar. So to do this, we'll type in circular progress and close it, and then inside we can go ahead and first start by specifying a radius, which I will start by setting to 90. Then we can set the value, which is going to be set to 85%. Let's give it a text color, which is going to be set to #222, which is a very dark gray. A font size of, let's say, 20. Then there's also the feature value suffix, which allows us to specify whether we want to include a percent symbol, a dollar symbol, or whatever you want to be followed by the percentage. And let's pick an inactive stroke color, which I'm going to set to this green over here, #2ECC71, and an inactive stroke opacity, which is going to be set to 20%. So let's save and see what we have so far. So far you can see that we have the text color, the font size, which is set to 20. We got a value of 85 with a suffix of %. And as I told you earlier, we can change that to an X if you want, and it's going to look like that. But we're going to leave it at % for now. And the inactive stroke opacity is the main color, which means if we want it to be lighter, we can just increase it, and you'll notice that it will have a light green in the background. But 0.2% is perfect for this example. But let's continue with the inactive stroke width, which I want to set to 6, so it's slightly thinner. And I also want to set an animation duration to 3 seconds, so 3000 milliseconds. And finally, we're going to set on animation complete, which takes a function, which means as soon as it finishes with the animation, it's going to execute this function. So it's going to be an empty arrow function, which is just going to set the value to 50. Then it's going to be very simple. We're just going to go down here, copy and paste the same progress bar. We're going to take the on animation complete away, change the duration to 4, change the active stroke color to red. So to do that, we're going to take this away and type in active stroke color. So tomato, my favorite color. We're going to change the value to value and the radius to 100, and we can take away the inactive stroke width. So now we'll be left over with this progress bar here. Now for this progress indicator, it's very important you click on reload to make it actually trigger the animation. And as you can see, it's going to go to 85, then it's going to start the second animation as soon as it finishes. And now we have 2 progress bars, and they are completely customizable. I'm also going to leave a link to the documentation for the React Native circular progress bar indicator, because here it's going to tell you exactly what you can do. It's going to give you some examples, and it's going to give you all of the parameters that you can play with, such as these over here. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.